convention I want you to see.
We had smart infusion pumps deployed across Hywel sort of 2016 onwards. And obviously when I moved to Glangwili as site manager, previous to that, I'd just started a new project as part of the Bevan Exemplar scheme. Because what I felt, what was very, very clear to us was even though the smart pumps technology was rolled out across the health board, we were missing quite a lot of functionality of the potential of that software. So things like the Wi-Fi connectivity and the reporting, well, most importantly, the reporting that can come from using the drug libraries. And our main barrier was basically cost. Because obviously getting Wi-Fi connection and those smart pump batteries and licenses was quite a massive resource for about 1,200 pumps. So I applied to the Bevan Commission to get a grant to run a project. And along with yourselves, Rachel, and your team, we put together a pitch and actually went to the Bevan Commission and pitched our idea for a small project to run to actually demonstrate the benefits of the actual Wi-Fi connection and the reporting that we could gather from it from a patient safety perspective, and actually as a way of sort of streamlining processes of drug library management and infusion pump concentrations, monographs, etc. across the health board. So we pitched the idea and we were successful in our bid, and as a result Bebraun offered their support with the project, gave us the licenses for the software, and we were able to run a small pilot in Glangwili as a result. Some of our outcomes that we gathered from that intelligence were slightly different to what we were expecting. So we did gather the data over, I can't remember how long it was for now, Rachel. It was about 6 months, was it? Maybe a year, less than that. And your team, sort of Steve, and there was a couple of other guys as well who were supporting us with analysing that data, because obviously we were getting lots of intelligence back and we weren't really sure how to interpret it. Yes. And Steve was really, really useful in actually helping us sort of thinking about the clinical situations as to why the data looked the way it did. So it was really valuable to have that expertise.
Yeah. So on the back of that, then, I know you weren't quite as involved with this because your role in, the pharmacy side of things, and obviously specifically in drug libraries, improving patient safety. But then I know that the management and the project group within Hywel actually took this a step further, didn't they? And I know that they were very successful in then awarding business so that we could replace all the infusion pumps across the health board with a connected solution.
It was incredible actually, Rach, because we did the presentation and I remember it was Christmas time. I remember because we did the presentation and there was a lot of interest in the potential for this technology and what it would mean across the health board to have all that connection and those reports and what have you. And I remember Chris had lots of conversations with research and development and innovation, and I remember him texting me on Christmas Eve to say, we've got the bid, we've got the funding to actually get this connection across the whole of the health board. And it was just the best news ever. It was the best day ever.
I think it's actually had an impact further in Wales as well.
It has, yes. So obviously I've moved on from my site manager role in Glangwili, so I've got more of a strategic role across Wales now. And one of my priorities was, since since being involved with drug pumps, drug libraries and smart pumps, I've always felt that there was a lot of learning that could be shared across Wales. So in my role now, what I've done is set up an all Wales working group for drug libraries and smart pumps. And we're actually working towards standardising our processes across Wales as far as drug library management. So at least we will be in a robust position to actually share drug libraries and have that assurance that those drug libraries have been produced in under the governance structure. So that has been a real bonus to do that. And not only that, because the technology happened in Hywel Dda, we've obviously shared that learning with the other health boards, and they've been able to do the same thing now. They've actually managed to get some business cases together.
I think just to finish, I mean, obviously, we feel as a company from B Braun that we worked in such good collaboration. There was more than just, there was lots of people involved, wasn't there? There was, we had technical people, IT people, meds management from Braun, and then the same your side. There was a lot of people, and it gave evidence, didn't it, to sort of show what was needed and what the outcomes were. And we certainly, thought it was a great piece of collaboration. It's great to see how, the project has come on and how the health board is adapting to this new technology, and we'll keep working together for a long time, won't we? Is there any key learnings you'd like to finish with for any future sort of technology collaboration projects you'd work on?
Definitely there's some learning to sort of share. I would suggest that if anyone is embarking on procuring technology like this, it's really important to have that multidisciplinary input right from the start, and that engagement with the provider as well, because it's not just about the technology. You need to sort of explore what support is in place for the future, and actually how that technology is future proofed as well. And any learning could actually be shared across sort of a region or a nation, etc., so that any mistakes that are made at the start can be sort of mitigated against in the future. Because obviously we learned loads, didn't we, Rachel, about when we sort of installed those pumps in Hywel Dda, and obviously we were always keen to sort of make sure that learning was transformed or sort of taken over to other organizations.
Absolutely,
but actually it's just about as well the technology, not just how its function, but it's actual how it affects the user, how it affects the patient. So what does the patient get out of it? Obviously from patient safety point of view, what does the user get out of it? And I think it's having that foresight as well for the future when you think about technology, not just the now, but actually 5-10 years down the line as well.